Alright, let's build a pedalboard.
I look out to the sky as the stars begin to shine. I reflect upon the love I have chosen to be mine. I retrace the path that has led me here with no regrets. I conquer my fear. It's a new day with promises untold. Ooh, yeah. It's a new day.
Hey Sean, welcome.
I watch the moon taking over the night. My naked night
I built a pedalboard today.
so we close.
It's been a while since I used a pedalboard and not multi-effects. So
I
I've been thinking
what target
about building a pedalboard. Got myself a Pedaltrain. It's the first one I ever got.
but in the end,
Damn.
it's like
Can you hear me?
anything.
Is the music too loud, or is everything sound
But
balanced?
in the end, it is like anything.
Sounds like fun. Yeah, kind of went back to pedalboard. Yeah, I know what you mean. You know, I've gone back and forth so many times, but I mean, I'm still keeping my multi-effects,
I
but
retrace the path.
I just want to have some, you know, my pedalboard with the new IR-2 on there too. Sounds good. Perfect.
With
Thanks,
no
brother.
regrets, I come.
So I got myself a Pedaltrain for the first time. Comes with a case, and it's pretty cool. It's the exact space. I was able to use a pedalboard planner. I don't know if you've ever seen that on their site, but you can
It's a new
plan your board before you buy it to find the size that you need.
just begging to unfold.
And these Pedaltrains come with everything basically. All the Velcro and ties and everything that you need with it. So I figured why not listen to some music, some good music, and build a pedalboard. There.
I watch the moon taking over the night. My naked night.
So how you been, Sean? I hope you had a good Christmas, and hope you're gonna have a good New Year. You know, lots of health, happiness, and rock and roll. Oh, actually, yeah, rock and roll.
But in the end,
Yeah.
it's like anything.
Yeah, that's cool. Right on.
But in the end, it's like anything.
Alright, so let's see here. I guess we're gonna start with, we'll have to put the power supply at the bottom. But no, actually, you know what? No, let's start off by putting the Velcro on here.
It's a new day with promises
It's been a while since I made a pedalboard, so I might be a little iffy here. Let's see.
just begging to unfold. But in the end, it's like anything. But in the end, it's like anything.
And a little left underneath. Okay, that's cool. That was Melanie Colley that was playing before. If you guys don't know her, check her out. She's really cool. This is the latest song from Tremor Bear and Ian Luckett. Alright, so let's measure this first one here. you guys are doing well. Guys, don't be shy. Say hi. Feel free to say hi. If you're one of my new subscribers, there's been quite a few new subscribers in the last month. I thank you guys for subscribing, and say hi. Tell me where you're from. For those of you that are listening to music and enjoy it, I've put the names in the description for most of the songs up until the text limit allowed me, and I will put the channel links after this has run. Hey Kubrick, how you doing? From CT, all right. Connecticut, that's not far from me. Whoop.
Hey guys, how's it going? It's Sophie Lloyd here. In this Techniques edition of Bulletproof Rock Guitar, I'll demonstrate and show you how to play 8 of the most powerful, expressive techniques for modern rock guitarists. Most importantly, we'll focus on bulletproof approaches for applying and combining these techniques in a musical context. We'll work on soloing approaches using major and pentatonic scales with bends, vibratos, slides, hammer-ons and pull-offs, 3 notes per string scale runs, 2-handed tapping, sweep picking, and more. Everything is tabbed and synced to the video, so you can slow down or loop any of the video lessons to learn at your own pace. So grab your guitar and let's rock.
It won't let us skip. Well then. Whose video is this time? I'm okay. Anybody get some,
let's talk about something that's good.
This is set 22, Andy's band. Anybody get some cool Christmas gear? Hey, Great Manzini, how you doing? Yes, Happy New Year's Eve to you too. How have you been getting along with your Headrush MX-5? Are you happy with it? And curious, there we had a conversation there regarding the Headrush speakers. What did you opt for finally? getting a delay pedal from Guitar Center Kubrick. That's cool, man. What delay pedal are you getting? Oh, the Walrus. Yeah, that's a nice one, man. There's so many cool pedals out there, man. You want to collect them all, but and the wife will throw you out if you do that. So you gotta choose the ones to keep. So GV, did you have you tried the MX-5 yet, or is it still boxed up?
You know you look so good.
You didn't open it yet, Dad. It's okay. I understand, man. You bought a Crybaby Wah. Oh, cool. Yeah, the 535Q. Yeah, those are nice. So for those of you that didn't know, that was Andy Dion and his band Set 22 live before. This is Ace Guitar Covers, and this is a cover of a band that he really liked. I think it's pretty cool. Hey Rody, how you doing, man? We're gonna build a pedal board. Yeah, it is a nice wall. There's a lot of nice wall pedals. I like a lot of wall pedals. I got about 4 wall pedals. Hey Zach, how you doing? Hey Rody, I hope you had a good Christmas. I saw your Firebird finally there in the last video you did there. I saw 2 Firebirds. I was having double vision, man. I gotta say, really sweet Firebird. Sounded good too. How's the weight on that thing? I tried one at the store and it was pretty good actually. I was just, are they all the same? Like, is it the weight's like pretty decent, I think. It's not too heavy, eh? Oh no, you've been sick. That sucks, man. A lot of people that ended up getting sick during the Christmas holiday. Hope it's nothing too serious. Feel better soon, Mike. I have to trim this after. It's gonna drive me nuts if I have the little edge. They're kind of heavy, but you never worry about the weight. Yeah, well, I have a bad back, so that's why I worry about weight of guitars. But I have to admit, I tried one at the store. The one I tried wasn't that heavy actually. It was a lot lighter than I expected it to be. Yeah, no, quick recovery, yeah, Mike. No fun being sick, especially during the holidays, man. Hey, what's up, brother? Happy New Year. Oh, you missed, I played the song earlier of Tremor Bear, the one that you and Tremor Bear did. I really like it, man. Put some great vocals in there, brother. I'm old and have a bad body. Bad body? Okay, so it's not just the back, it's the whole body. I get it, bro. I'm not old and I have a bad body. The sky is up, you believe. Really? What are you doing awake now? Didn't I make you stay up late enough last night? Or I should say this morning. Morning for me, but not for you. problem, Ian, man. All the time. You know I'm a big fan of yours. Always listen and play your music, brother. Everybody, let's say hello to Sir Ian Luckett. Okay? Show us on the screen. Why does this not work the way I want it to work? Man, I gotta say, it's buggy, eh? You told me you might go live, so I drank live. Okay, brother. Yeah, I was gonna go live earlier, but every time I came downstairs to go live, the kids kept dragging me upstairs. So yeah. Oh, this is the latest one I did with Mark Wade. Mark sent me this, and I liked the tune, so I was very inspired to participate in this one. I pulled out the telly for this one. Hey, GV, the telly that you like there with the Bigsby. Hey, Guitar Shack. Sir Ian Luckett, if you want to come up here, you know, you can just pop in if you want. I don't know how it's going to mess with the screens there, but feel free to come in, man. That's if you're not in your pajamas, you know. We wouldn't want to see you in your PJs. You're in your pajamas. No, the world doesn't need that. You're still keeping an eye open for one of those tellies, yeah. This is a made in Japan one. The ones that you'll find now, I believe, are made... Well, you can find probably a used one. I don't know if they're still making them in Japan. The new ones, they're identical, but they're made in Mexico. Hey, Linz. How you doing? Good to see you, Linz. It's been a while. Hope you're doing good. Hope you had a good Christmas. You're good. Great. That's good to hear. I've been thinking about you, you know. Thank you, Kubrick. Yeah, I was trying to get that Stonesy kind of tone, you know. All right. So it's not bad. It's coming along. Doesn't look too terrible, does it, guys? These edges here, I want to go with a razor blade later on and really cut them flush here, because this is going to drive me nuts. You got a Lewitt LCT 240 Pro mic. Oh, nice. Those are nice microphones. Lewitt makes some really good mics. Yeah. Really cool, Zach. Test it out yet, Zach? Is it how is it on acoustic guitar? And looks like a towel rack. You can't lie, it looks like a towel rack. We'll let the commercials play it. It helps our artist friends here. All right, that's again. It helps our artist friends earn a little bit of money.
In this course, I put together 10 tracks that I feel personify my life in the blues. My definition of the blues is pretty vast. It ranges from very traditional Chicago style to bombastic rock and roll, blues-infused British invasion stuff. And I think these represent a good cross-section of the music that I make. both in the studio and live. I recorded these tracks at Ocean Way, Nashville, with the band.
Hey, Preston, how you doing, bro?
Thousands of gigs with Greg Morrow, Michael Rhodes, Reese Winans. Using TrueFire's player controls, you can mix and isolate the tracks as you see fit. You can also mute them and jam along with our band and be a de facto member as we play these songs down from start to finish. All the guitar parts are tabbed, notated, and synced. So as the music goes by, you're seeing this in real time.
How you doing, Preston? So you're
most importantly, we're just having fun with it.
Your iPad won't work with
doesn't matter.
You can't do the latest update.
There is no right or wrong. Do it at your own pace.
No, that's a nice
and
telly.
This way, you'll learn something from this, and hopefully it'll make you a better musician. So let's fire up the amps and let's jam. I'm excited.
Rabbit. What's going on here? Everything's flying. Your iPad is crap, very old. Yeah. Please forgive me, I've got something I need to say to you. You know, Preston, I was thinking your solution, you know, sometimes, like, obviously, you looked at something, you were looking at this, but this is obviously, it's expensive, the Boss IR-2, but there's other options, like the, there's other options, Preston, like these, the Joyo amp pedals. You can get them on, like, Amazon for, like, I don't know, 30 bucks. Hey, how you guys doing, Autism Rocks? Great to see you guys. Hope the CD hunting went well. You can get something like this, Preston, these amp pedals from Joyo. And you can get them used in some stores if you look for like 20 bucks, 25 bucks, maybe even on Kijiji or whatever. Or brand new, they're like 40 bucks on Amazon. And it's basically a complete amp emulation. In this case, this is like the American is like the Fender one, and yeah, they're pretty good. This is what I use in most of my in my original recordings and everything that I did. They're really good pedals. You got the you know, the British, which is the Marshall, you know, or to be honest, if you want to use it on guitar and bass, the Mezza Boogie, the California, I have that one. That sounds good also on the bass, I find. The microphone sounds like just using it with vocals. Okay, that's cool, man. I'll get my stuff going in the new year. This week I'm gonna be pulling the trigger on. Okay, on the I can't see what's written on the what. Yeah, I miss Jack too, Great Vanzini. The cloak singer is Jack the Rabbit. Folk and Blueser Al, welcome. Good to see you. Folk and Blueser was a big part of our community back in the old days. He's been forgotten by some people, but he's the person who brought most of the people to the big show in this community. And he is a fantastic person, and he kind of left for a while. I know he was working on an album and stuff, and I don't know, it just sometimes things get tough. But he's a fantastic person, and he's one of the people who brought most of the people to this community. There's a lot of acoustic stuff. Yeah, the great Jack the Rabbit. Friend of Laz, yes. Well, yeah, because Laz helped him move, and they live in the same area, because he's in San Francisco area and stuff, so yeah. Hey, Kinger, how you doing, brother?
He's believing.
I hope all you guys had a good Christmas, and I'm gonna wish you guys a happy New Year, lots of health and happiness, and rock and roll in 24. Because why another commercial? We can't skip it, can we? No. Sucks.
These next 5 years might be the most important 5 years of your life. You have to grow the business you're in, but you also have to anticipate what's next. That's a pattern we're going to teach you over the next few days. But I've got some tools that are going to blow your mind. Listen, I come from nothing. I have no business background. I have 105 companies. We're doing over $7 billion in business, from everything from AI businesses to education to hospitality, you name it. I built those because I began to understand the power of patterns. So you're going to meet this week some extraordinary people, and every one of them is going to teach you a set of skills that you can take home and make work.
If I didn't go to BM in 2019 because I was closed for 18 months and Tony, you saved my life, I would have never reopened.
How do we know we're going to transform families, bring back local buying? We're already at 20,000 orders in our first.
Give a hand, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for him. Give it up for him.
By 60.
There we go. It's because there was something on the keyboard stopping it from working. There we go. Micah's excited. You just got back from, just got the tickets Green Day. Smashing Pumpkins. Cool, man. And how did the CD shopping go? I saw you guys were going CD shopping today. You're looking. Well, that's it, dude. That's good. Don't let anything stop you, man, from pushing forward. Actually, Autism Rocks, I got a tune of you guys coming up, cover you guys did that I really enjoy listening to. Actually, I've been picking up the song also because you guys reminded me of that song, and I was like, oh, I gotta pick that song up. I'd like to play it. Oh, DVD shopping for movies and a used game. Cool, man. Cool. This is, if anybody you guys don't know, this is Anthony Lee Band with Andy Dion. Some of you may not know who these guys are, but I'll put their links in the description if you're interested. So Santa, hey, Andy, brother. Yes, he did kill it on this. So did you. I played your good, your performance of Good with Set 22 earlier in this. That's another song I like, and another band I like better than Ezra. Why need for a pedal board? Going to be playing out live? I don't know. We never know what the future holds. But, I mean, I have the Headrush Prime and the gig board. But, yeah, I like pedals. I mean, I am the padded pedal room. After all, I'm a little crazy when it comes to pedals. But, I got a couple of pedals that I really like, and I wanted to make a board with it, but I might be playing live. I'm looking at playing live again. But I had gotten this pedal here, the Boss IR-2, which is a very simple 11 amps in here and everything, and it's great for making a pedal board, which is basically what I wanted to do. So I've got a couple of pedals for myself. I guess you could call it an early Christmas present, but that I found really cool. Alright, so we got our 4 strips now. So I've got some left over so we can put our power supply underneath. Ian, if Sir Luckett, the thing I was telling you about, it actually came in at the music store today. I got the call. For those of you that know Temple Audio, it's a Canadian company that makes pedal boards and items for pedal boards. And this is an item that I wanted. I found it really cool. It is basically, this pedal is going to be the last pedal in the chain to go out to front a house or recording basically, but it's not going to be the last pedal on the pedal board. So, and I don't want to be plugging and unplugging in the pedal. I don't want to damage the pedal. So I got this thing here from Temple Audio. You see it here, 2X mod. And basically the outputs here will go into this side here. And then anytime I go out to front a house or PA system or whatever, they will come out of here. They also make some that have 4 inputs, some with XLRs. So depending on the situation, I may swap it out and get another one. They also have some that have power, but you can have 50 watts on either channel, so you can power cabs with it also. Yeah, it is cool. And you know what's cool, Ian? The cool part is that I know it's for Temple, but it also fits just perfectly into the slot here of the pedal train. So it's going to be awesome. We're going to zip tie it here and here and put a little bit of Velcro on that side so it fits. You built a 4-point patch. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah. Yeah. So this is it's going to be fun. We're going to do this. Temple Audio. Yeah, yes. They make a lot of cool patch bays and stuff, yes. Alright, so first thing I guess we'll do is we're going to start with the putting the power supply underneath. So for the power supply, I ended up getting the Fender Engine Room Level 8. Now, this was, we'll call it a present from my work, because I got a present for 10 years of service at my work. And I was able to basically get this Fender Engine Room. Hey, Heather, feisty Feather, how you doing? Whoa, everything's flying. So, what does it come with? We've got the Fender Engine Room Level 8, which means that there's 8 inputs and outputs. You get your IEC power supply that goes in there, and you get all your connectors, basically. We'll start by putting that in. Oh, no. We'll start by putting that in place. So basically we want to place this underneath. If I'm missing anything, Ian, just let me know, brother. Because I'm trying not to here. For those of you that don't know, this is IC Monkeys, Warren. This is his old band called Phantom Hog. It's a fantastic band. Alright, so this is the engine room. We got 8 inputs and outputs. You got 2 of them that you can switch between 9 volt, 12 volt, and 18 volt. And the rest of them are all 9 volt. But these are all 500 milliamps, which is great because it can power pretty much anything.
Are you a STEM professional and are looking to apply for U.S. permanent residency? Then stay tuned because today...
Here we go. This is Autism Rocks. Danny and Micah.
Stop.
I love this cover. You guys did an awesome job on this. You have time for another coffee, Ian. I'm going to be here a while to put this shit together, bro. Don't worry about it. Alright, so let's flip this upside down and see how this is going to fit in here. This engine room. We want the power out on that side. So can we fit it in here? Oh shit, look at that. It fits right in there. Then we won't be able to.
It will collapse, but there's nothing in it, and you'll ask yourself, where is my mind? Where is my mind? Where is my mind? Where is my mind? Way out in the water, it's swimming. I was swimming in the Caribbean. Animals were hiding behind the rock.
My cousin works at a warehouse in the show.
But they told me he's where try and talk to me, koi koi.
You gotta let me know, Zach. I'd be interested.
Where is my mind? Where is my mind?
Is it Jam,
Where is my mind?
not Jam Audio, Jam,
Way out in the water. See it swim.
Jam Distribution, I think, or something. Alright, so if we lock this in like that, will it? We can't get to it. So that sucks. If you guys see, it fits right in there, which is nice, but you can't get to the adapter. Can't get the adapter. Maybe with the Velcro. Maybe with the Velcro we would be able to. No. What does it look like from the other side? Curacao, a port from a cruise. Oh, cool, man. Let's see, this would have to go down here. Too much.
And spin it. Yeah. Spin it. Spin it. Yeah.
What a great job you guys did on this song, man. I love it. You guys inspired me to pick this song up. I forgot how much I like this song. See how high this is going to bring this up. Is it high enough? Oh my god, it might be, eh? It very well might be. That's it, horns up, guys. Micah did an awesome job on this. So did you, Danny. It's fantastic. Hey, Tremor Bear, how you doing? Carlos, we played
that more people don't know
your collaboration with Ian just earlier.
They overeat every.
It was fantastic. I really got to say, you wrote an amazing song. The whole thing is really awesome. I agree, Andy. The Pixies are fantastic. Okay, I think this power supply is going to be just fine in here with the Velcro. Once the Velcro is in, we'll push it to the right height. It's better this way or the other way?
up the pieces. Only best memories employ. Try to recreate it now as I navigate the scaffold of joy.
Yeah, Squire Telecaster, guys. Yes, the Telecaster. Telecaster couple. This song? Yeah, the song is Scaffold of Joy.
Children's laughter will keep on building. Sing with me and elevate the scaffold of
Alright, I'm perplexed on how I'm going to do this. Maybe I'm going to put
the sound of the
double-sided tape on here before gluing this on. Oh, hi, don't tell me. Somebody joined. You gonna pull yourself in or you want me to pull you in? You want me to pull it? You can't pull yourself in. Oh, you can. Look who's there who got out of his pajamas.
Yeah, I thought I'd better get dressed. Hello, everybody.
Hey, and how you doing, brother?
Yeah, I'm alright. I'm wired on coffee. You actually said last night you might go live, so I thought I'd better
I didn't realize you were gonna
drink the
stay.
good stuff, so I'm wired.
All right, man. All right, cool. You're wired, so you're ready. You're ready to stay awake.
Yeah.
Can you hear me speaking over the music, or is it too loud?
It's about right, actually.
It's right? Okay,
because
cool.
there was no conversation. You just,
Dad, when you
Yeah.
coming home?
Yeah, that's my son.
I'll be home
He
tomorrow.
just went to bed. He better be in
I'm
bed.
pulling a double shift. I love you, buddy. I'll talk to you later.
Oh man. So, how you been?
yeah, had a fun day. It was, watched my daughters go shopping, which, from any father's perspective, is a necessary thing to do. So I know way too much about makeup and shoe designs.
Hey, Al. Cool.
Oh, and I got really upset because the local guitar shop was closed as well.
Was it?
Yeah.
That sucks, bro.
Yeah, I know. It's like, it's not even New Year's Eve, for God's sake. Hard times. So,
I gotta put the volume just a little touch lower because I'm having a hard time hearing it.
I quite like hearing it. You know, it's...
Oh, I want to hear it, but I'm having a hard time hearing you. So, that's cool, man. That's cool. Sir Ian Luckett live. That's right, Andy. This is his first appearance in a year. Actually, in a year. Yes.
Yeah, probably is.
Very glad to see you, you know. Andy, you want to pop in too?
To see everybody here in the chat.
We'll make it. We could make it a bit of a hang.
Yeah.
Okay, Andy, you want a link? Turn Ian up. Well, Ian has to turn himself up.
Oh, am I a little
Oh,
bit
actually, you know
low?
what? No, we could just turn your actual volume in here up. Hold on. Just bring your. Is it working?
Is that any better? That should be coming through.
I think it's a little louder now. Let's see. Speak.
1, 2, testing,
Oh, yeah,
testing.
You're good now. You're good. Ian looks good. Yes, he does. Carlos.
Yeah, I thought I'd get properly attired for the birth of a new pedalboard because it seems like, you know, it's that
Been waiting forever,
Francis
eh?
has convinced me that they are like children and that we should be thinking and nurturing them and preserving them for history. So, you know, me, I'm stuck in the mud, kind of just use one thing guy. But, you know.
You just made me think history. Remember what I showed you yesterday?
Oh, God, you've got to show that.
I'll pull it out to show the gear geeks.
This impressed me no end because I remember them.
And yeah. All right. Well, for those of you that may remember, like Ian, I got a hold. One of my friends had this, and
I'm gonna
hold.
make the screen bigger. There you go.
I got a hold of the Boss Chorus Ensemble, the original Boss pedal. So yeah, it actually has stereo out, which is pretty cool. And yeah, we might actually give it a listen at some point and maybe test it out with some of the newer pedals to see what it how it compares. So yeah. Great Vanzini, you must like this, eh?
that is so down the road of.
There we go.
Yeah, cork sniffers, guitar sniffers, they're gonna love that. Even if it sounds awful.
No problem, Al. Sound check, but you've been listening. Okay, no problem, bro. I was hanging out with Ben Coombs this past summer at Belleville. Yes, he is. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Well, actually, yes. Next time I come to Belleville, I'm gonna come and look for you guys, man.
Ooh, what's Al sound checking? I missed that. I'm not paying attention to the.
He said he's gotta go sound check. Might be because I think some of the boys they still do that open mic night there on Saturdays.
Cool, right?
Yeah. You need a stereo out to 2 mics. Yeah. You got an early work day tomorrow, but you'll listen a bit. Yeah, no problem, Andy. No problem. You know, anytime you wanna chat or
How do
link or
celebrities
whatever,
like
just
Justin Bieber
just
and
ask,
The Rock
man.
generate hundreds of millions of dollars? It's actually not legal.
Yeah. You love old stuff. Yeah, I do too. It's there's a lot of cool stuff. Belleville's in Ontario, Tremor Bear. It's kind of like not halfway, but it's between Montreal and Toronto. So it's between where I live. It's about 3 hours out from where I live, basically, or 3.5.
Yeah, Al's saying it's an open mic. It's at Dominic Torregrosa.
Cool, man. Cool. So I don't know what to do, Ian, because with this, with the height on this, it's almost just about right.
Yeah.
So that it fits right in there,
Mm-hmm.
and I can put my where did I put the cable? And I can put the cable in, but it's just if that goes up, it's off. It's like it needs a hair. I don't know if I should put some double face tape on the bottom of the rails first.
I was going to say, why not just pad it out with some tape?
I have some double face tape actually from my bathroom renovation, if you remember.
Let's remember we are musicians, so the answer to every problem is a roll of gaffer tape.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that generally solves most problems. That and a hammer normally solves most problems.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or whipping things.
Yeah, and a 6-inch nail, because when a fuse blows, it takes a bit to blow a 6-inch nail. So you just replace it. I know all the tricks.
I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put some double face tape and then put that
Other than that, I mean, is it going to rattle around when you're kicking it and stuff? Because that's what you just want to avoid. There's too much movement.
I don't think it'll. I don't think it should move really.
Yeah. So I mean, you might be okay with it as is, as long as it doesn't kind of rattle around.
Oh no! It needs to have the height, because if it doesn't have the height, because see right now, it had the height on one side at an angle. The cable was fitting in, but if I straighten it out, it's just a little shy. So if I put the double face tape, it should be just enough to lift it, basically. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go get the double-sided tape. I'll be right back. Can you? I'll leave you in charge.
I will. Yeah, okay. I don't think I've got access to the playlist.
No, it's just gonna keep playing unless it's a commercial. But this
we've got Christoph
and Emperism.
And Emperism, yeah, that's right.
I'll be right back.
So we're going to just have to talk amongst ourselves now, people. It's, So how many of you out there who are watching like the idea of building boards rather than using, like, I mean, I've got a Hedra Shem X5, so it's all in one unit, which I kind of like because it means I don't have to keep plugging things in. But how many of you like putting the actual stuff together? Because I remember what that was like, but, you know, who's on what side of the fence here?
There we go.
I don't think anyone's talking to me because I just asked a serious question and no one
What was
said
the question?
I was just saying, who likes the idea of everything being in one box, and who likes the idea of building a pedal board the old-fashioned way? You know, like, all right, Preston's saying, yeah, got 2 tiers.
You see, you're making Linz fall asleep, so now she's gonna say
I'm
goodnight.
sorry, yes, Linz, really.
Sorry,
well,
Linz, that Ian put you to
like
sleep
20
while I was
past
gone.
3 here, so you know.
Oh, it's true, it's true.
Yeah, and Zach's saying he likes pedal boards. There's something about them, isn't there? There's a mystique about it.
Good night,
you know.
Linz. Yeah, there is. I mean, look, I'm gonna have one of each because I want one of each now. I never got rid of my pedals because as much as I do like the Headrush products, which I have, you know, I got the gig board and I got the Prime. I never got rid of my pedals because I like my pedals, you know. We can do comparisons actually and see the difference between.
Well, I have to admit, I do like the delays on your Strymon. You haven't revealed them. I'm giving stuff
No,
away.
well, that's we got the Strymon Volante here.
Yeah, I mean that's a nice delay pedal. That does sound very nice.
Yeah, and we got the Blue Sky that I'm waiting for. It's at Strymon right now, getting repaired, and should be back.
Yeah.
Should be back soon. But yeah, they do sound nice, the Strymon pedals.
Yeah, I have to admit they are a little bit. I mean, the ones in the Headrush, the reverb's a little bit limited. The delays are quite good, but the Strymon does it quicker, doesn't
something.
it?
There's a little something. I don't know what it is, man, but they
Yeah.
sound sweet.
The algorithm they're using or something, but it does sound very lush.
Yeah. Alright, so let's mark this off so we know how far we have to go. You like the versatility of pedal board? Yes. Yeah. Hey, Marshall, set up by Marshall. Good to see you, Marshall.
Hi.
You need another fuzz pedal. Why? What? Just one more? Why not? By the way, your gig was cool last night. I was watching there. I enjoyed watching your band play, Marshall. It was it was fun watching you guys play. A lot of tunes that I enjoyed actually. You built it 20 years ago. Yeah, that's cool. Yes, I like separate pedals for certain things. Yeah, that's I get it, Andy. Yeah, you're right. It's true. You've been saying that I know you've been saying that for years, but everything is good. Everything has its purpose and its place. You know, everything is. You know, you can have fun with all of them.
I know, but there's a certain geeky mystique, isn't there? Yeah, when you actually I can understand it's kind of like you got your favourite things, your little things you've worked with, you know, for a long time. I can see why that appeals.
Oh, for sure.
I just like being able to stick an amp and every amp I could ever want, with every speaker I could ever want, and every effects pedal I could ever want, and still fit it in my shoulder bag. You know, I kind of like that, but you know.
I mean, what I gotta say is the Headrush taught me so much because, look, all I could ever really afford in the past, I had a one Fender amp, my tube amp. I used to have the Deluxe. I got the Blues Jr. now. You know, all I ever had was a Fender amp, and I had a couple of my pedals, my favorite pedals that I've been using forever, and I never really got to try that many amps. But
you know what the real problem with that is? That it reveals the fact that I can't actually play guitar. When you actually just give me an amp and a pedal, it's like I actually don't really know what I'm doing. So, you know. Give me some technology and I can fake it, you know.
Well, yeah. But I gotta say, it does reveal one thing. It teaches you the different things that you like and don't like, maybe, because I realize how much I like Marshall amps. I realize how much there's certain things that I never really got to try other than digitally, and it gives you the idea that I like this type of thing, and maybe I would like the real thing also. So it is good for that too. You gotta look at everything.
Yeah.
Everything's good and has a purpose, you know. So. Yeah, he had a great show. If you didn't catch it last night, you went to bed after we got off. After
it was
we
5
stopped.
o'clock in the
No,
morning.
I know it was 5 in the morning.
Sorry.
When we got off, I was looking for something to do, and Falcro was streaming. He actually went to see Marshall.
Oh right.
And Marshall was doing a show, and so basically
cool.
the Falcro was streaming the show, and it was pretty cool. We got to see. We got to see Marshall's band play live, and I think they're going to be doing a show on New Year's Eve also that they're going to stream, so that'll be cool to see also.
All right, that's good. That's cool.
Yeah.
Is that a local venue, Marshall? Is that, or are you?
It's in his area, yeah. It's local
Right,
to
it is.
his
Oh,
area,
cool.
I think.
Really cool. Yeah, we're supposed to be going out tomorrow and watching a couple of live bands. I've got no idea who they are. It's like the first time. I've not a clue. So that should
That's
be quite
okay,
good
man.
fun.
That'll be fun.
Yeah. But no, I really like live music, especially on New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Just like it doesn't seem right without it, you know. So,
Yeah.
so that's really cool. I envy Marshall being able to play.
I miss playing live. I really do miss playing live. Yeah, I've yet to go in an all-in-one pedal. Yeah, I know you're still using amps, and the Hughes and Kettner amp, those are fantastic. I got a friend who has that amp, and it is a fantastic amp. It is. It really is. I've played through it, and it really does sound great. Marshall says it's good to see you, Ian.
Yeah. So the chat's really staggering in this.
I know it's I don't know.
Still
It's
catching
been buggy in here. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yes. Hi. Yeah. It's good to see you too. Only about 10 minutes later, but you know. Wonderful Talk Studio Streamlabs.
Yeah, it's I didn't. Well, we haven't streamed live in here in a while. And we use it just to hang out, but
Yeah. When it's not critical. Yeah.
You order the Quad Cortex and then you cancel. Yeah, I get that. I can understand why you would. It's to be honest, from what I heard, the Quad Cortex is a little lacking in the fact that they've made some promises that they didn't keep. That they were saying that you'd be able to eventually use the VSTs, which are phenomenal, and I know you like them, you use them as well, but they have some fantastic VSTs, but they're not able to use in the device, which sucks because that's something they had promised, and it's 4 years later, and it's still not functioning. The Tubemeister, yeah, your Tubemeister is fantastic. Another pedal that's good too, like if ever you need, or even as a backup, and I think you ordered one too, Marshall. I know Mark Tanner ordered one. It's these here. They're the Boss IR-2.
Yeah, they sound surprisingly good actually.
I'm surprised.
As a solution.
Yeah.
I think the quality of the sound is a little bit higher than that of the amp in the previous amp in the boxes which were the cheaper ones, but they were very good. But you've got the ones you've got the I'm trying to remember the name of the brand now. What's the other set? You've got the Joyo ones.
The Joyo pedals.
Got,
I mean,
which
yeah,
are great, you know,
yeah.
but this is a little bit a notch above that in terms of what you've been producing sound-wise.
Because you can also change the IRs in here, which actually, I told you, that Greg Bart from Sonic DNA, he had sent me an IR pack and everything, and I loaded it in here, and it sounds phenomenal, man. It's I'm gonna be doing a video. My next video that I do on the IR-2, I'm gonna show how to load the IRs and actually play through some of his IRs. You get yours on January 2nd? Okay, so there we go. Marshall's waiting for his IR-2. It's a great pedal.
Again, lovely idea. You take an amount of gear that would probably take a truck to carry around, you stick it in a pedal you can put in your back pocket.
Well,
I love that.
Exactly.
Of course, also means when it breaks down, you lose everything. Instead of, oh shit, my Vox has just blown up. I'll use the Marshall instead.
Yeah, Neural is awesome, man. You have the, if I'm not mistaken, you have the Mesa Boogie from Neural, Andy, I think, eh? They just came out actually with a Morgan pack, Neural. The Morgan amps are like kind of like a clone of Vox amps and everything. They're really high quality amps and they sound pretty good. Yeah, the pack sounded good. I was listening to it just the other day.
Yeah. I always lose track of the individual because you keep hearing about this, that, and the other, but who come up in prominence and people who come into the field and make a big noise. But it still basically boils down to Fender, Marshall, Vox, choose an amp.
Pretty
really,
much.
at the end of the day.
It's the three big guys, yeah.
I mean, I know Orange have got their own kind of like niche now. They almost seem to be replacing Marshall in popularity. But it's the same kind of amp, really, when you think about it. It's the same thing.
It's basically different amps. It's a different type of EQs, right? That basically it. And yeah.
Isn't there a difference between when they put the preamp or something as well? Like the Fenders have got it in one place and like the Marshall types have it in another.
I think they're in the right places. It's just I think it's the gain staging that they put in,
right?
And the actual EQing that they put in, basically. And Tremor Bear, an IR like
right,
Marshall,
Andy. But Andy's saying Boss stuff doesn't break because I said, when it breaks, believe me. You live in a household where it's true that you say, that unbreakable toy we got the kids, they swallowed it. It's that's the kind of household I live in. So I'm sure if I put that in the washing machine, it would break. And yes, I'm likely to do that kind of stupid shit.
So basically an IR Tremor Bear is a snapshot of an amp. It's a picture of an amp. It's basically an audio picture of an amp at the exact moment with the actual settings at that very moment. And so a lot of these amp clones and stuff, they're not only just using IR, but they're using a picture of the amps. But the IR typically will be a picture of the cabinet.
Yeah, and it's basically an EQ curve. It's a bit more than that, but essentially, if you think of it that way, it's the response that the speaker would give to the sound being generated by everything behind it, and it's like a snapshot of that usually. But the Boss IR-2 is a picture of the amp as well, so it's a combination. So because Carlos is saying it's a speaker emulator, no, it's a complete amp and speaker emulator, and you can load your external IRs to add to the speakers in it. So it's actually, it's the size of a Boss pedal. So
that's what I like about this, is because it's this small. It could be powered with a battery. So like for somebody, like if I want to go try something out somewhere and bring the sound that I'm used to, I could just bring this, because you can plug headphones in. I could just listen straight through here, and I can have a good reference of using something that I'm familiar with a sound with, once I get familiar with this. But you can turn off the amp side if you're using like a preamp pedal, let's say, and just use the cabinet emulation, or you can just use it, or vice versa. You can use the amp, turn off the cab emulation, and go into an actual guitar cab or something, depending how you want to do it. Or you just have them both on and you go into a PA system or a flat response speaker or something, Yes, that's right. It's an amp and a speaker if you want. Or you can have one or the other, basically. That's exactly it. All your pedals are Boss except for your tube screamer and wah. Yeah. Well, my wah.
See, Mike was one of those swanky guitarists that we used to envy when we were kids, and all we could afford was Digitech and stuff. Yeah. Actually, that was a bit late to me. I do remember the fact that they in our local the music shop I used to get all my stuff from, that I actually worked in when I was a teenager for a little while. They used to lock all the pedals, and there were only about 6 pedals in those days, but they were under lock and key, so you had to actually know what you were asking for before they'd get them out of the cupboard to let you try them. It's like it was all very new.
Guitar tech is fun. Yes, it is. It is fun. There's a lot of cool things, man.
Yeah, actually, that's true. I was trying to say, Digitech makes some good stuff. They did, and they also, you sent me that link to something they did in like 20.
Oh shit! Yes.
It's like early
13 years ago, I think.
Yeah, and it was like
you put your iPod
in it, and basically you set up your amps, cabs, and effects pedals just like drag and drop. It was like way ahead of everybody else in terms of interface. But
it was way ahead of its time. I don't even. When I saw that, that's why I had to send it to you. I couldn't believe how Falco's asleep on your couch. Richard's sleeping. Does he snore?
All right, Carlos is asking, is there a difference between the Line 6 Helix and the Boss IR-2?
The Helix, there's there's amp models and IRs in there. So the Helix basically isn't all. It's got all the effects in it. This is just amps. If you want the equivalent in Boss, you'd have to get the GT 1000 or the GT1 or the full-size pedal boards and everything, basically. So it depends what you're looking for, Carlos. This is just an amp. This is meant basically if you want to piece it together with pedals. I mean, if you're looking for like an all-in-one, you can go even with like just a HX Stomp. You know, like I got the for my modulation needs. What I picked up is the HXONE because this has all the modulate. It's got everything. It's got modulate. It's got everything except amp emulations in this. Basically, the HXONE. This is annoying, man. I gotta get premium. Fuck.
Or just put ad blocker on Chrome.
Yeah. Digitech made some great stuff back in the day. Well, I think they're Tremor Bear. What's he? It's that from the snoring comment. This is Darren. He put this out this week. I really like the sound.
His guitar sounds lovely.
It does. And he got the quality of his recording has gone. Like the production on this is actually pretty good. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna go get scissors for this.
Hold on to that thought, Marshall, because he'll be back in a minute. As far as I understand it, you can just go straight out of the IR-2 as if it were an amp simulation. So you don't need to plug it in front of an amp sort of thing, as far as I know. But obviously, it would do something, wouldn't it? Would it be like daisy chaining? I think it would be more like daisy chaining if you did that. But check with the guy because he knows. Marshall's. Oh, hang on. He hasn't got his headphones on. There you go. Marshall had a question. He says it's more of a preamp with IRs and an FX loop all in one. You need an actual amp for it to make any noise. Would you agree? And he was saying the IR-2. And I was saying no. I thought that it actually did. You didn't need the amp. So
you don't need the amp, but you need a powered speaker. You need a flat response speaker, or go to a PA system.
Yeah, or you could take it through a PA or something.
It has no power, no.
No, you're right.
You would need either
a power amp or something.
A power amp if you're going to go into a non-power speaker, kind of like what Greg Vanzini did a demo on just the other day. Was an Electro Harmonix Magnum 44, I think. If you put that with that, then you can power a cab that has no power if you want.
You take care, Mike.
Later, Mike.
Have a great new year.
Yes, lots of health and happiness. And rock and roll in 24, brother. I'm going to ruin the back labels.
Hi, Daniel. Let's see.
Yeah, I know. I didn't want. I was gonna use actually 3M. But that's even worse. I normally, on Boss pedals, I'll put I put this on the rubber and not on the plates. Because it's a pet peeve of mine to have it on the plates and ruin the nameplate, basically. Because then, I don't know. It's just for me, I don't like that, so I get what he's saying.
Yeah, some people are fussy about that.
Alright, so.
Then again, you see, if you get offered a second-hand pedal and it's absolutely pristine, you're gonna go for that rather than something that's been kicked around.
Yeah.
unless it's being kicked around by, like Jimi Hendrix, in which case you won't be watching this stream, I would imagine. You'll be sipping champagne and on your yacht.
Well, you know what, Mr. Rock? Yeah,
Will you be buried with them, Marshall? This is the thing. It's like, will they arrange them around your head, the head of your corpse, and as a sort of genuflection to the great gods of music? It's like,
well, see,
I think give them to someone else to use. That's just personal thing.
These particular pedals that I have now, I don't foresee selling them. I've bought and sold a hell of a lot of pedals. I have a hell of a lot of pedals there that I might sell also that I don't use or haven't used in a while. But these pedals here right now are probably the ones I'm gonna keep like forever. Like, I mean, for example, the wah. I showed you this one here. This is my new wah, and only because I've changed the pot in this one God knows how many times. This is my original wah. It was given to me. I used to have a Dunlop wah a couple of times and I broke them multiple times. Which, don't ask me how, but I did. And then my drummer gave me this one here. This one here is an original one, made in USA. And it weighs like a brick. And actually, we're going to be taking this off here, these Velcros. I got this Velcro thing here. But this actually, it's like cast iron, or seems to be cast, basically. While this one here is the new ones are made in China, and this one is a lot lighter, which it's nice for a pedalboard because it's a lot lighter than this. But I've had this pedal probably for like 26 years. This was my wah of choice, so a lot of these things, I mean, it still works, but it's seen better days, and so I opted for this one here, which I like it a lot.
I figure when it comes to pedals, you have to view it in a way that if you trod on someone's foot the same way you trod on a pedal, you'd probably be sued. So actually they probably pretty much stand up quite well under the circumstances.
No, well, this one has. Actually, what broke, like, I changed the pot multiple times, and once it was my son, because, and I'm sure those of you that obviously that use wahs know this, a lot of times on the wah you got these rubber pads in here, and it just to, like, so that you don't break the button, basically, so that you can push and it kind of bounces back, but it makes it harder to push down on it. So obviously I've removed those because I want it to be easy to turn on and off. And while I'm careful, when my son jumps on my pedal board or my pedals or the wah and he starts putting all his weight on it and everything, well, he ended up breaking it a couple of times over here. I had to change a couple of parts on it multiple times. This one here hasn't been used very often. No, this one was used a lot.
Virtually new, isn't it? That one.
But I keep my pedals very clean. I use it a lot, but I wasn't a gigging musician. Well, I did a few gigs and everything, and I was in multiple bands. But our practice places and everything that we had, we kept them relatively clean. So I used to use wah quite often, and not as much. Because I hadn't had this on my board. Because as much as I like the head rush pedal board, the treadle on it just doesn't feel right. Which this is why I was looking to go back to a regular wah.
Mm-hmm. Wah's one of those. It's an odd pedal, isn't it? Because you got to feel it. It's very much more like playing an actual part of the instrument. And I guess what you get used to, because I really can't get used to the wah on the head rush. I mean, as an expression pedal, it does the job fine, but it does not feel like a wah, and so you're always over egging it. So I can kind of I get the thing about, because all wahs are different too.
Yes, they are.
I have a few that are really I don't like, and other people do. I think it's very personal to us, isn't it?
Yes, it doesn't have a tread, but it's got a different feel to it, though, Mr. Rock.
Yeah, because you can adjust how tight it is.
Yes, but it just doesn't feel right.
It really isn't the same.
I mean, I have I've got this one here, which is a T-Rex shafter. This is an old one.
They have such friendly names, don't they?
The Shafter, yeah, I like that one. I got
the Weeping Demon, Daniel's saying. The Shafter was. The next one, the Slice Your Head Offer. That would be a good pedal. The Disemboweler, that would be another good pedal.
This one here, what's cool about this is that there's no actual treadle on this. There's no pot in here. That's why I ended up getting this one after this one broke a couple of times. And what's nice about this one though is that you have 3 modes. You have like a wah 1, wah 2, and yo-yo, which it's like a talk box almost in that mode. You can adjust your slope and you can adjust the boost on it. It's a nice pedal, but I still prefer the sound of a Voxwell. That's just, to my ears, what sounds good. Marshall never asked, but have I played in live bands? Yes, I have. I have played in live bands. I had quite a few live bands back in the day, but I haven't played in one in a while, actually. It's been at least a good 8 or 10 years I haven't been in a live band. I miss playing in a live band. It was fun. It's fun playing with other people. But with kids and with life, sometimes it's just not so easy to do that, though. That's the thing.
God, that's a shocking thought. You said 8 years, and I was thinking, yeah. It's like, it's over 30 years since I was in a band. Time goes by, man. We don't realize it, man. But yeah, I mean, it's been at least 8 or 10 years since I was in my last band, and yeah, I miss it. I miss it a lot. It's playing in a live band is it's yeah.
fun.
I think I miss it, but I probably just miss being young. So.
But there's things about it that I don't miss, because I don't know if you guys had similar experiences, but I don't know if you had the experience of being in one of those bands where there's always the guy who turns it up a little louder, I don't hear myself. I don't hear myself and everything. I think you go through setting up.
Punching other band members is part of the process, isn't it?
It might have to be. Yeah. I could tell you, Ian, man, I've gone through it in a few bands that I had. And I remember we all went through it together. We did sound checks God knows how many times in our practice room just to make sure. And we're like, this is just for the practice room. Never mind when we did our shows and everything. The shows was even but in the practice room, it's like, okay, are we settled? We take down all the freaking. I wrote it all in the book. I remember. Okay, your amp settings are this. Your this PA settings are. Everybody agreed it was fine, and then all of a sudden, I don't hear myself.
Fun.
Up it goes. Up it goes.
No fun.
Yeah. And then it's the
you gotta be loose and hang from the hip and shoot. I don't know. You've got to be you've got to be rock and roll, man. It's Yes, I've heard people actually say that.
See, that's cool. Marshall says that his bad horsey, it's a Morley wah. Morley invited me to send it back to fix. That's really cool. Mm-hmm. Companies that do that, I respect. I mean, Ian, you know that my Blue Sky from Strymon, I stupidly fried it. Let's not even go there. I should know better, but anyways. And the guy at Strymon, I wrote him an email asking. He said, just mail it to me and a flat rate will fix it, and that's it. And I was like, what? I mailed it to him, and it's unbelievable. So if Morley's
good service makes the difference, actually, with when you get. Especially when you get a favourite, it's more than just gear. I mean, we all think of it, we all talk about it as gear, but the truth is these are the tools with which we create our art. And I know that sounds ridiculously high flown, but it's true. It is. And if they're going to look after you, it's like, well, that's what you want.
I own the dual rec and turn.
Yeah. Sorry, what was that? I can't hear what you said. I think,
Yeah. But that's the thing, man. There's nothing wrong with turning it up if you're having fun. But I mean, when you're trying to get the sound, and then it's like, I mean,
does everybody remember the first time they heard a rectifier?
Yeah.
Because there is a time when you knew it was. Probably heard it on records loads, but when you knew it was a rectifier the first time. I remember the first time that I ever heard a guitarist play a rectifier, not actually understanding what the sound was doing, because it was so overdriven. It was just lunacy at the time. But
I can't believe that. Morley had sent Marshall the parts to replace it. It worked for a while and then failed. And then they told him to send it they were going to warranty the parts.
Right.
That's customer service, man. if you can get customer service like that, that's a company, you know, that's a company to definitely respect and use their gear. So, did this work or not? Please tell me this works. It's this way.
Equipped with advanced features and technology like the heated steering wheel, the Kia Sportage is always ready to take
Still not high enough.
Secure your Kia Sportage
You gotta be fucking
today.
kidding me.
Kia.
Oh no, but it doesn't have the other Velcro on it.
So the Morley pedal that Marshall's talking about is over 20 years old. He bought it over 20 years ago, he's saying.
Wow.
Like, that is serious customer service.
That is, yes.
I mean, let's face it, I can't remember what I was doing 20 years ago, let alone be responsible for it. You know? So, yes, you're right. Sorry, 30. I am. Yeah, I'm trying.
You're trying to make yourself the under, aren't you? Right?
No, it's just that it's nearly 4 o'clock in the morning and I'm wired, so don't expect me to do math.
Okay, now.
Not that I ever can anyway, because I'm not good with numbers. Rest Boogie Heartbreaker 212. You see, the problem with that, I mean, they kind of give you all the overheads you need, but you can't really play them late at night, you know, because you can't sleep. It's like, they do have a downside, I suppose.
Yeah. So what time are you going out tomorrow?
I actually don't know. It'll probably be about 10 o'clock or something.
At night, yeah?
Yeah.
So you'll have time to catch up on your sleep then, right? Because I'm gonna start feeling guilty if I don't end soon.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm not ready to finish this pedalboard yet. Eh?
I'm gonna have to disappear at something fairly soon, but
okay.
yeah.
All right, so let's.
I shall catnap throughout tomorrow. I'll probably fall asleep while they're singing Old Lang Syne or something. But,
go. So what is this? My current band is entirely DI'd. We all own our own power monitor. We have a perfect mix while playing live. Yeah, I know. It sounded pretty good yesterday.
Yeah.
Your mix was pretty good. Yeah, he was showing that they were all going into their mixer and everything.
yeah, no, that's a good setup.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, God, I wish we'd had things like that. Well, I suppose don't wish. It would have been nice to have had things like that when, you know, when I was still, because none of this stuff was around when I was in bands. You know, I mean, yeah, we had pedals and amps, and that was really it. It was really it. I mean, there weren't even computers, so
What?
you know.
Mr. Rock is saying that Ernie Ball strings went up double? What? What do you mean? Okay, in Longwood over here in Montreal, we were able to pick up. I was getting them I was getting the 3-packs for 21 sometimes. So, if you bought them solo, they were about a single pack was close to $8. What's the price of it? What are you saying the price of it is, Mr. Rock? I haven't bought a set of strings in a while. I bought a whole bunch of them, and I still have plenty left over. Slinky Cobalt, okay, yeah, but those are the coated ones. Yeah, those are bloody expensive. Those are like, what? They're like $20-25 a pack or something. Okay, so this is on. Let's just see here. Can I flip it? So, will it stay? Yes, it does. Look at this. You see right through it. Engine room. But they should have the Fender logo there if they wanted people to see that.
They're missing out on a marketing opportunity.
Actually, let's see.
And
Where's
if
that?
Fender are missing out on a marketing opportunity, that's serious.
So the mod thing is going to go over here on the other side. That's perfect. Fits in perfect. Is it? That way. This works out perfect this way. Oh, yeah. And then the IEC plug goes over here and we have access. It's just right. Okay. This is going to work out. So this is it. Oh, but this is not right.
So really what we're saying here is that in terms of constructing a pedal board, speed, this scores minus several million compared with the Headrush.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't want to.
Slow.
Well, yeah, I want to do it right, man. I haven't built a pedal board in a while, and I've never used these. What I used to use before, my old pedal board was this thing here. I used to have this, which was a Gator T-Bone.
Yeah. See, virtual stuff is always neat and tidy because, you know, you never trip over it. You never lose the cable. You know, Oh, the 9-volt battery never runs out. You know, that's another.
No, there are definitely pluses to that. So let's see how this works.
Just thought I'd shake things up, you know, because they're getting a bit quiet in the chat, so I just want to make them angry, and then, you know, they can curse me, and it might get fun.
All right, we're gonna use that.
So one thing I didn't actually. What goes in the chain? Does the IR-2 take the place of the amplifier? Does it go at the end, or?
Yes and no. It's gonna go at the end.
Because you've got an effects loop on it, haven't you, as well?
Yes. What I'm gonna have in the effects loop, I'm gonna have the HXONE.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have the Volante, and I'm gonna have the Blue Sky in the effects loop of the IR-2. So. But this is basically, this is going to go here, this is going to go here. So while this is the end of the loop, it's not the end of the chain, because obviously this is here, right? So it's going to go to the outputs over here. So yes, it will be the end of the chain.
Right.
And the Blue Sky that's going to be here, the Volante and the HX1 will be in the effects loop of this.
Mm-hmm.
So in essence, it is kind of the end of the chain. Yes.
Right.
And
yeah. So
basically, your
takes the place
IR,
of the amp, yeah.
your IR is the last sound thing going through here, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So everything, you got your. I'm gonna have my. Where are they? I'm gonna have my.
So essentially, what you mean is the outputs are on the IR-2.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So does your input go into one of the other pedals, or
the input's going to go into the wah, basically.
Into the wah. So yeah. So in that respect, it's kind of traditional. It's just instead of the amp, you've got the IR-2 literally taking that place.
Yes.
And the only thing you need to do then, as Marshall says, is power.
Yeah.
You just need a power amp.
Now the thing, like I mentioned though, if I wanted power, this device I showed you, I can always, from Temple Audio, they do make one that has power, that has 50 watts on either side, which can power a cab, or two cabs if you'd like, basically. So if I really, really wanted power, I probably would just get the part like this that has the power. So that way I can just, you know, it just fits in nicely over there without any issue, basically.
Yeah.
I was surprised when I saw that. It's amazing what Temple Audio makes, actually. You know?
Yeah. That's cool.
So yeah. So now I'll take off this Velcro thing here and put it on my other wall. This thing I bought at the store near my house. When I saw it, I'm like, this is the best thing ever. So I'm like, what Velcro is actually going to stick to this thing, you know? Not to mention that this one here, anyways, was heavy as hell. You know, it's like cast iron practically. So these Velcro pads, they were amazing, man. They really held. The problem that I had was not it holding to the Velcro to the Velcro, was that on my old pedal board, the glue would peel off of it here. So the actual carpet that stuck to here would peel off because it was so heavy, you know? Hey man, it's you and Moon.
Yeah.
You know what the worst part is?
What's that?
I don't think I have that many songs left coming up, and I'm nowhere near being done on my pedal board. I didn't expect it to be so long, but it's okay.
You just have to wing it.
I'll wing it. It doesn't matter. I'm having fun just putting my board together. Francis has browsing for gear. He has turned on the gas. I'm sorry,
you
but
know, it's good to have a hobby.
I've had some gas lately. Yes, I have. Basically,
That's
what
a
happened.
slight understatement. You've had the most raging case of reoccurring gas in the last 6 months of anyone I've ever known. So, you know.
Yes, but okay, all these pedals, they came from that one acoustic that I
I
traded.
know. You keep justifying. I'm sorry. I mean, you keep.
It
telling me that.
is justified, though. That's the thing. It is justified.
The only thing you haven't bought is a Fender, and that was that. And you would have done if Tina had let you.
Well, I built it instead, right? So I built my Strat instead of buying one. But I gotta tell you,
Carlos, there is a cheerleader in the video because that's the way he rocks. And a gorilla and an astronaut.
I gotta tell you, man. Yesterday, or was it yesterday or the day before, I was out at the shop with my cousin. And I gotta tell you, I saw this fucking beautiful Telecaster Ultra. I had fallen in love with one once. It was a purple one. But I found this, like, it was like a goldish, black gold type of color and everything. It's got the belly cut on the back and everything. It is so freaking nice, man. It's like, I don't know, man. It's really nice, but it's like $27.99, man. You know, it's like, no.
Yeah. Does it really feel all that different though from the one you've got?
I didn't pick it up because I didn't want to leave the shop with it, so I didn't pick it up. No.
See, that's when that is the first thing that you have to do with any addiction is acceptance and admission. And now I know if I picked up that guitar, I would buy it. So now you have to start going to meetings where you go, "Hello, my name is," and I'm a gasaholic.
Yep. I do have a problem with gear, man. I know I do, man. It's
It's like I said, it's not that big a problem, really, is it? When you think about it, like it's not like you're going out and inciting World War III.
No,
actually, you're helping the economy, so you're being a good person by encouraging the economy. And,
hey, man, that's when I was on vacation.
Yeah.
These are not the right screws. Let's use the correct screws because they're not seem to be the same. Tokai. Yeah, I saw the Tokais are nice guitars. Yeah.
I almost bought a Tokai Telecaster when I bought the Squire because Tokai Telecasters were out, but they weren't all that brilliant. They weren't all that great at the time. But I remember it was really a choice between the Squire and the Tokai felt more or less the same at that time, and I know they seem to have got better since.
I think I've seen Duncy play quite a number of Tokais actually, and there's a blues guy here in Quebec or in Canada here called Jim James, and I've seen him use quite a few Tokais, and they're beautiful. They are absolutely beautiful. They're so well made. A lot of them are, let's call them lawsuit editions, especially like some of their Les Pauls and stuff.
Well, it's like, I can remember them really appearing sometime in the mid-80s. I think they were around way before that, but it was probably when I first became aware of it. And at the time, they kind of had, they did what Squire did a few years later, which was kind of like you could get a reasonable guitar for a decent price instead of, like a complete load of rubbish that the neck was all warped on and the pickups looked like it had been designed and manufactured by a gorilla. It's like, and then suddenly there were these guitars that worked, and that you could actually afford. But we're just in like, to be honest, we're in a different era completely now with guitars. I mean, it's hard to find a bad one.
Good night, Mr. Rock. Take care, stay healthy,
Yeah,
lots
take
of
care.
health and
Have a good
happiness
New
in
Year.
24. You really have a really sweet LP
lemon drop.
Tokai lemon.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sweet, man.
There's something very reassuring about the fact also that 70 years later, you can still basically say, well, if you've got a dual humbucker or a Les Paul style guitar, a Strat style guitar, a Tele style guitar, and a hollow body, and you're set. You know, it's like we haven't really moved much forward from that, and it's like because you don't need to.
No, you don't, exactly. Have you seen like Preston's collection of guitars, man?
No.
He's got some nice ones. I've seen his guitars though. He's got some really nice ones in his collection. Oh, you know my friend there? He's got like the 50 guitars there, you know?
Oh yeah, yeah.
He just got himself a new guitar. He got himself.
Yeah, 50's just not enough. Really.
No, just one more. Actually, he's looking at another Les Paul. He's got like 14 Les Pauls, man. He's looking at another one. But anyways, he ended up getting himself. He just picked it up. A Gretsch Penguin.
Oh right, lovely.
It's got like the black paisley finish on it and everything. It really is nice.
Right, they're kooky.
Yeah.
Yeah, to be honest with you, Preston, if you think about it, it's just a string being plugged. Okay, we're hearing it because it's creating an electrical signal from an electromagnetic coil, but that's being amplified. So what we're hearing is pretty much the same off every guitar, isn't it? In theory, you can make them sound like, I mean, let's face it, most guitarists don't have a problem if they're using one guitar creating a multitude of different sounds. But it's actually how you feel when you're doing it, which I think is more when you're playing is more the point. It's like the audience, the listener, the person who hears what you're doing is never going to understand precisely how it felt to play it. So they'll hear it, and there might be no. They can't probably I can't distinguish between a Les Paul and a Telecaster. If I hear them recorded, I really can't tell you. I couldn't tell you. Oh, that's a certain kind of guitar. But when you pick them up and play them, they make you play differently. Different guitars do that. And it's all about feel. So it's not about how they sound. It's about how they feel.
There is a different sound between them, man.
Yeah, there kind of is. But
it depends if you're playing clean or if you're playing dirty. If you're playing with a lot of high gain, it may not make as big a difference. But if you're playing with, if you're playing clean, there's definitely a bigger difference in the sound of the different guitars or different pickups.
You can do it with all of them, can't you, really? I mean, you can take a Telecaster and you can make it sound like a Les Paul-ish.
Well, I mean,
you can thicken it up. You can. That's the thing I'm saying, is like really the tool at the end of it is how you feel the guitar, because the sound that's coming out has been manipulated by so many devices in between.
Yeah. I mean, the most important thing is that you're comfortable playing your guitar.
Yeah, that's what I tend to think.
And I mean, you know, I'm starting to have arthritis in my hands and stuff, and to me, that's why I've been swapping out certain guitars and stuff, because, as you know, my favorite guitar, my longest, you know, my Strat that I had since '98, my Strat Plus with the lace pickups and everything, I just can't. The neck is too flat on it. It's like an oval neck, and it doesn't agree with my hand anymore. You know, so it's unfortunate because that was at one point I just had that in the Tele for the longest time, because I got rid of all my other guitars, and that's all I was using. But I can't play it anymore. You know, that's why I built the other Strat with the V-neck.
Yes,
it supports my hand better, so I can actually play it basically. So, all right, so we got this wah. Good. Perfect. I haven't heard the sound of Velcro in a long time. All right, man. It's good. I think the rest should be a lot quicker now.
I must admit, I agree, Preston. I like a guitar that is responsive enough with the volume control that you can set the amp or the simulation to that edge of breaking up and then just put the volume up and get a sort of boost from it. I like to be able to do that. I like the freedom that gives you when you're playing. But actually, when you're recording, those things really, they're not that important, because you're every time you record, you're minutely adjusting everything. So actually, I doubt whether I could even do it live. You know, it would just be an approximation. But it's nice to be able to have that level of control.
this is going to be it, and the reverb over here. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That should work.
Yeah. Is that going to be? Is everything in the right place for your feet?
Step into
Yes.
Rick's studio.
Everything is in the right place for my feet.
Platform built for
This is
instances.
exactly how it's going to be. And what the heck is this? 3 hours, whatever. Nope. Okay, we're basically done here, I guess, with the list that I had prepared. And I did not think, whoops, I did not think I would go through that whole list. I guess if we want to play something, we could play something else. I don't know if anybody's...
Would you like to do it? I can send you a link. Hang on. That's a point. There's a new Exiles track that no one's ever heard.
Which one?
I'll send you a link to...
Which one is it? Is it the
Sun
one-
Goes Down.
Oh shit! Oh yeah, it's true. We finished that song. We just never released it. Eh?
Yeah. You could
I
play
forgot
that.
that. Yeah, I could play that. Is it? It's unlisted. I can. It'll work.
It's unlisted. Yeah, I'll just grabbing you the link.
Okay. All right. So I'm done with this here, and now it's this one here. Did you put the link? Where the hell is it? There it is.
Hang on. Just turn the chat off, not on.
So what do you guys think of my pedalboard so far? It's been taking forever to put this together right now. So basically my in and out's going to be over here. So we'll connect it basically to my mixer. And then I could just, yeah, okay, there's the link. Okay. I don't even remember us doing this song, to be honest. Copy. Let me see. Paste it in there. Where's my... okay. Here we go. Alright. Let me play it. Just for the hell of it. Let's see. There it is. You hear it?
Yep.
Alright, cool.
You can turn it up a bit. Maybe it's my headphones.
So this is a premiere then?
Yeah. An advanced teaser. Well,
That was cool, man. Oh, thanks, great man, Zini.
thank you. Yeah.
I forgot about that one, man. That was a
Yeah.
great song, actually. I enjoyed playing the bass on that. Boom, 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 boom. Is there anybody that would like a song played? Actually, to be honest, I don't know if Marshall's still there. If he would mind, I could go to Falcro's page and play a little. I like he had played a Sublime song.
Yeah,
That he had
cool.
played at the concert, but
Let me see now. Do you think Dominic is going to object to you sharing his stream, or Marshall, given that he's just spent
Dominic,
half an hour in the
I
chat
think
here
I think you're tired,
being nice
bro.
to everybody?
Richard, you mean?
Richard, sorry, Richard, sorry. I'm getting mixed up with who's doing. It's Al that's going to Dominic Torres.
Al went to Dominic's. Yeah,
That,
no,
right,
it was
so-
Richard that streamed.
Right,
Marshall's.
I'm fairly sure
concert,
Richard wouldn't object, although I am just guessing, and I don't quote me legally on that.
Let's see if Marshall's here and he says, "Yeah, it'll be
Is he
cool,"
there?
but If I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah.
If not, I might play your song again with Tremor Bear because I really do. I enjoyed that very much.
It's cool. Yeah, Carlos does some pretty. He always manages to make a set of chords that make finding melodies really easy. It's like it's sometimes it's not as easy as others, but the two that we've done together has been relatively simple to dig the melody out from it, and.
I like the style. I like Carlos's style, man. I gotta say, it sounds fantastic, man. All his songs are great.
It's got a strange fusion of there's a swing to the guitar stuff that he does. It's a fusion. It always reminds me of like a kind of mellowed out surf sound, you know, because the guitars are quite full in it, which I'm a sucker for. So I really enjoyed doing that one. Although I had a croaky voice the week before, so I was hoping that the high falsetto would work. It doesn't always when I've got a sore throat.
No, I know. Unfortunately, you've had a lot of sore throats in the last year.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, that's very true. Yeah. I think my voice has just decided it was going to go on
pop
strike.
music, man. There's nothing wrong with pop, man. Yeah. I like pop music. I can admit it. I have no issue with that. I remember going to a pop. Do you remember the Pop Mart tour from U2?
Oh yeah.
That was my. I think it was back in '90. That was my first official concert, like a real concert, like of a big band. It was at the Olympic Stadium here in Montreal. The Pop Mart tour. It was something else, man. I gotta tell you. And you know what? It's hard to get a good sound at the Olympic Stadium because everything just bounces off the beams and shit. It was not really made for audio. It's a baseball field over there. The Expos used to play there, but the Stones had played there I think a month prior, and they got shit reviews of the sound that they just it bounced off of everything. But U2 got a pretty decent sound in there. They didn't get bad reviews on the sound quality, you know, and everything was
right.
It was something else. It was huge, man. I mean. I've never been to a concert so big, man, you know?
Let's pump a lot of dBs out into this lovely concrete shell with iron girders all over it. That'll work.
With the roof that keeps breaking.
Yeah. Maybe the turf will absorb some of the high frequencies and just mitigate it. You can see the reasoning that went behind that. Actually, the reasoning was, how many thousand people can we fit in it?
Yeah, that's basically what it was, man.
Because let's face it, if the Stones wanted perfect sound, they'd be playing in a bar somewhere. You know.
Yeah, at that time, this was back in 90. I think it was in 97, way back. I think at that time, the Stones had was it the Steel Wheels they were going on? Not sure.
I don't know. It's too long ago for me to
All right,
remember.
so let's play one from. If Carlos is cool, we can play one from Carlos, or maybe one from. Well, let's play one from Carlos. See if Carlos, is there a particular song you'd like us to play, man? If you can, tell me, and we'll go take a look. We'll. All right, nice. This is coming along real nice. I'm gonna be real happy with this, I think. It's just to see now if the Velcro will actually stick to the rubber. I used to do that in the past, you know, because I don't want to put it on the plate like Mr. Rock was saying. I don't like, it's a peeve of mine to see, like even here, oh, you son of a bitch. It's a pet peeve of mine. I do not put it on the plates or anything where there's like something where you can read, you know. So I always put it on, you know, like here it doesn't affect anything, so yeah. I don't think anybody's listening to us. Or it's really, really slow to chat, man.
Either that or everyone's bored to death.
Yeah, I guess we bored everybody. That's okay, man.
Right.
Just
Oh,
came
now
out
we're
here to
getting,
build my board. Play in between. Cool. All right. Ian, do you know, can you get the
I've got
link,
it
maybe?
here. Yeah, I'm just going to get it for you.
Now, can I do this one without damaging it? I can do it, but I got to put it on the, I got to put it over the screws. That doesn't matter. I don't plan on opening it. I can always take it off if I have to. Oh, there we go. Here it is. Copy link. And put it over there. I'll let the commercial pass before.
Yep, let's.
Oh, I like the sound of that. His guitar sound. Which guitar is that? Is that your Tokai? Alright, let me put this full screen here. Let's bring it up. Let's play it. Tokai LP Yamaha. Nice, nice.
Yes.
Nice. When I take it off the screen, you don't hear it anymore, do you? You?
Nope. No, you can't hear it when she goes off the screen.
It's a Huggies commercial. If you guys want me to put it back on, I can put it back.
Yeah, if we need desperately to know information about Huggies, yeah.
I hope you're past those stages, because I'm glad I'm past the stage
I'm
of Huggies.
pretty
with
sure
my
that
kids.
my two daughters are way beyond nappies or diapers, you know, way beyond. At least I hope so.
So what he used 2 drum loops, and the clashing beats made this Latin feel. It sounded really cool.
Yeah.
Actually, what was your guitar chain like? Were you just using like VSTs? I really like the delay sound in there and everything. Like what? I'm just curious what your actual guitar chain was in there. Like, were you just using VSTs or? There we go. Is this good? Is this enough to hold? I don't know.
So, GV, Great Vanzini was asking if you'd take him through what you've got in each position, sort of.
What I got so far here?
Yeah, what you got so far, yeah.
Okay, well, what we're going to have, the guitar is going to be going into the Vox wah, and then the Vox wah is going to go into the JHS Solo Boost, which is going to go into the Boss SD1, the 40th anniversary, which is going to go into the IR-2. Then we're going to continue with the input of the IR-2. The input in the effects loop is going to be the HX1, the Volante, and when I get back my Blue Sky, those three will go into the stereo effects loop. And then the outputs of the IR-2 will go to that Temple device that I have here, and that'll just be the output, basically.
Right.
So that'll be the whole chain.
And Carlos is saying it's Neural DSP Mesa Boogie.
That's what Andy was. That's the one Andy got. And
yeah, it sounded
does
nice.
sound freaking good.
Yeah, it's got a richness to it, which is cool.
I remember when Andy bought it, and he had tried it, and he had showed it to me and everything. It's like, it really does sound phenomenal.
Yeah.
The Mesa Boogie one there. The Morgan, you got to hear the Morgan one too. I listened to it just the other day. The Morgan one sounds really nice too. They're hitting them. Their VSTs are hitting out of the ballpark. It's just it's too bad that the actual board that they made
doesn't accept the.
No, and then it was supposed to. It's like 4 years later. I mean, one day it will, I guess, and one day it'll be a fantastic. But I mean, because they have so many great VSTs, and it's just too bad you can't put that into the board. You know, it's like yet. I mean, but how long are you gonna wait? 4 years later, you know.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I suppose when it really boils down to it, I mean, to be honest with you, most people who are using it probably wouldn't need the physical. It's a bit like the head rush and stuff and all this stuff. You don't actually need it if you've got a computer, and you can get. I mean, you can't get the Strymon. Do they do VSTs?
They do two VSTs.
They do.
Remember,
they
Mooney
don't do the
had
whole
downloaded.
range, don't it?
Mooney downloaded. They do the Big Sky VST.
That's right. Yes, that's
Okay.
right. Now, yeah, you see,
And they do the Deco, the little the like the tape delay, the Deco one there.
Yeah.
And it's also like a tape saturation. It's like a doubler and tape saturation. And
right.
That sounds fantastic too.
Yeah, because I mean, from my perspective, from for recording, the VSTs, to be honest with you, are the best thing to use. I like the head rush because I could take it around a mate's house without having to unplug the computer and sort of disconnect everything, and I quite like that that thing. But the big Sky, oh my, it is a nice,
I almost got
nice,
that. Hey, I almost got that. I was debating Big Sky, and I was also debating the other delay pedal that Strymon make. But I really like the tape, the drum delay on this thing.
It's actually, you've got two tape machines, basically two delays in there, and they
three. You got the drum, the tape, and the studio on.
That's right. But can you stack them? You can put two different delays together. You can't.
You can't stack it. However, the fact that I have the HX1, I can, because there's delays in here too, so I can stack this. And I did try it the other day, stacking this one into there.
And the HX1 delays, are they good? I mean,
the Line 6 delays are fantastic. I'm actually quite impressed with them.
Mm-hmm.
The reverbs, there's a few that I liked. I wasn't crazy about all of them. They do have some freaky ones, but there's a few that I really liked. But their delays, their modulation and their delays, I was flipping out over. They're
which
really
is what
nice.
you're really using it for there.
For
I
me,
suppose,
it's
is modulation.
mainly modulation.
Yeah.
Exactly. But yeah, that's it. And so Tremor's he's listening. I'm afraid of listening because I'm a gear junkie. Yeah, we're all gear junkies. That's the problem. That's my problem. I have a problem. I could admit I have a problem. I have way too much gear in here.
Yeah, like I said, my name is Francis and I'm a gearaholic.
Yes.
Hello, Francis. Yeah, I haven't bought any gear for 7 minutes.
Yeah. Preston saying, well, for my band Night Tripper, I use Neural DSP Mesa Boogie as well. Well, it is a fantastic plugin, man. It is. It's a fantastic plugin. I look. The truth is, I mean, not on my Mac, but on my old laptop, I have all the I have them all. And they do sound fantastic. And I didn't... Let's just say I have them all. Have the Cory Wong, the Nolly, the Gojira, all of them there. They do sound good. They sound good. They do. You know. You have the Big Sky? Oh yeah. You have the actual Big Sky, or you have the VST? And if it's the VST, how great is the VST? It's all the same. I guess it's all the same.
I would imagine so.
I might have gas to get the VST after.
I can imagine though, if you've got a physical machine that's going to have tolerances on all the switches and all the components. So in theory, would it be exactly the same? It's interesting to, you know.
I don't know. I'm not willing to spend that kind of money to find out.
But I'm guessing that they must have modelled the sounds of what their machines are making. Right, you have the pedal, right, okay. So, you know, I would imagine that's what they've done, because that's the thing about the pedals is they do seem to be very well made. And, you know, I always like the Strymon stuff. It's always way too expensive for my, you know, for my budget, but I always really like the way that they sound, and also the way that they're designed.
Yeah.
They seem to be, I mean, it's
they're built solid.
Yeah.
They're built solid, these things, man.
Yeah.
I have to admit, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing is exactly the same. Yeah, and of course the fact that everybody plays differently and all their chains are completely different. So, yeah, but it needs to be. I think the thing with what I liked about when Francis obviously we played with the Volante quite a bit in the last few weeks, just sort of messing about with different tones and whatever, and it actually has there's a certain something about the way that it the tone of the delay, isn't there, that just I don't know what it is, which frequency it's putting in or not put or whatever, but it has that feeling of quality to it. And I don't know really how to describe it, but it is quite impressive.
You know what? Even if I turn the delays off and just leave the spring reverb on, and just run it through the spring reverb,
How'd you do that? Yeah.
It adds something to it. I don't know. Like I've been turning off the reverb on the IR-2 and using the spring on
trying
here.
that one, yeah.
And it sounds great. Like, I mean, my Blue Sky has a nice spring also. I can't wait to get it back. But the spring on this is fantastic. But it's as if when it processes through here, there's
Take care, Preston. Have a good New Year.
Magic, basically.
Yeah.
Later, Preston. Take care, brother. I hope you feel better soon, man. Yeah.
Yes, Strymon and Eventide. Yeah,
yes, Eventide. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. My friend just bought all the Eventide pedals. He went nuts. You know
he must be on very good terms with his bank manager.
He just retired last year. I mean, you know, so like he's having fun. He's having lots of fun. You know.
Oh,
I told you
good.
last year he had bought the camper, and I had gone to try and set it up with him recently.
Right, yes.
I fucking ripped my hair out, man. Eh. The camper is like the menu diving and oh my god, like I ripped my fucking hair out to get it set up for him and everything, you know. And I mean, it took I haven't like I mean I wasn't there long enough. I mean it took us all day to get it set up, and then we started getting decent sound, but I mean I didn't find perfect sound yet. I mean you have to fool around with that, I guess, but. Just like that's what I like about the head rushes, because the menu system is so stupid easy. I mean,
although when you think about it, we all do I tend to devolve down to, you know, you bought this thing that literally gives you an entire music shop to browse through every time whenever you turn it on. You can just, what do I want to use today? And they always end up devolving down to that particular rig you like. Anyway, and it's you know, and it is a bit crazy. You buy the thing and then you build a rig that you basically is just one guitar rig, and it's like the one which, but it's I get that's the reason why it's good to have a hobby, you know. We're geeks,
but the thing is
there has
that
to be no logic. Yeah.
If you have your sound, no matter what equipment you're going to use, you're going to find your sound.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean,
well, that's the thing. It's not really a chase for someone else's tone, is it? It's a chase for your own. It's, you know, it's nice to be able to think, oh, well, how does somebody else do it? I mean, that's why we're all geeks, really, at the end of the day, because we find those questions fascinating. But really, we're all trying to find our own sound.
The Helix has great sound, yes. The Helix, easy to use, yes and no. Look, I've owned Helix products in the past. I used to have the XT Live and stuff. At that moment, I found that the menu system was not user-friendly. And I've rented the Stomp, and I don't know. It's just I didn't get used to it. And like for me, the ease of use on the headrush, it's kind of like using an iPhone. You know, that's why I find it so much easier.
And if you get used to any system, eventually you become comfortable with it. Obviously, that's the whole point. And I guess it's at the end of I find it hard sometimes to recognise the difference between sounds that are coming through, because again, everybody mixes differently, everybody produces differently. We all, you know, do what. So when you're hearing things, it's really sometimes hard to tell. It's impossible for me to tell who's playing a Helix, who's playing an actual amp. Sometimes you can tell when it's a mic'd amp, but you know, it doesn't. I'm a musician.
Hey, how you doing? You can get great sound out of any of the units. I've said it time and time again. It doesn't matter. Sound you can get out of all of them. Especially, we've reached a point that the technology is there and the sound.
And that's what's great about it, isn't it? Like I said, you can't tell most of the time when you're listening to a recording. And that's what's brilliant, is that you've no idea whether the person's just plugged into an interface and straight to their computer and using VSTs, or if they've actually got a Marshall stack. You know, you don't know, and it's kind of fun that you can do that.
Yeah. Okay, so I think that's it. My board that's all I can do, and now I can cable it up. I got I'll show you these, Ian. I got the Fender cables.
Yes,
flat
you do.
cable
Yeah,
kit,
yeah. You said the flat ones. Yeah, they should be good.
Let's see if I can plug it up and get some sound out of this.
Well, I'm going to go and get another coffee, and then I'm going to have to get some sleep, because otherwise I won't be celebrating New Year.
Okay.
But I'm going to go and do that, and I shall be back in a moment.
No problemo. Let's see if I can get sound out of this, so that Ian could hear some sound when he gets back. You can't. It's hard to tell the difference, Carlos. It really is. All right, let's see. How do we do this? Pod Go. Yeah, you have the Pod Go. That's right. You had it up and running in 15. Yeah, I mean, I think that, you can have them up and running and everything. It's just, I think it's when you get used to one, sometimes it's hard to. I guess I got used to the headrush first, basically. You know. So, when are you planning to actually test out your MX-5? I'm curious to see how you find the difference between both of them. Goes in that input. And musician, I hope you had a great Christmas. Did you get any? Did you have a nice Christmas? And you got any plans for New Year's? Will you be celebrating Or how will you be celebrating your New Year's? Yeah, go on here. I hope today you got sidetracked. Yeah, I see. I know how that can happen. Let me see here. Let me get something on here. Great Vanzini. Do you mind if I play that little orchid? Sorry, that little orchid. DSM Humboldt. Yeah, I had bought one. I had bought the original one, and it was good, but it didn't wow me. It was okay, you know. I don't know if you got the new one, the Mark II. Okay, so that goes there, and this is going to go here, right? Yeah. I'll pass on there. Let's see. Sure, all stuff I can check. Cool. So let's give this a listen. I got the deluxe. Yeah, the new one. Yeah, they're cool, man. All right, so how are we doing this now? I'm gonna go from here to here, and the output from here to here. The output is going to be this stereo cable. So, from here, it's the input, the output. No, this is wrong. Meaty melody, I think the rest are studio cats. Really? Okay, so this is out of our stereo effects, so going into the input of this. And what we need then, these are the outputs that are going to go to there, to our mixers. So that's fine. Okay, so this is what's going to go to here. after. This has to go. Yes, this is great Vanzini. How do I get this? Is not long enough. You know, I got all these cables here from Fender.
Cable madness.
I got all these freaking cables from Fender, but I don't have the right length to go from here to here.
Oops.
That's a piss off, man, because they're not cheap, man. Let's see. This one's long enough. This one's too short. This one's long enough, but there's only one. All right. For now, we're going to test this. And unfortunately, I can't use any of these other short cables. They're damn good quality, I'll tell you that much, man.
That's
the quality of these cables are pretty good, man.
Yeah.
Alright. What I want to see, I'm not going to do my cable management right now. The cable management will be done later. I just want to see if I can get a sound out of this, you know. Alright, so those are all connected. Now we need the power supply. Let's see if this actually works. This green cable's on the inverter. I haven't done this in so long, man. Now, for people who are into actual pedal boards, like, you know, like the Headrush, this is why I had gone back to a full pedal board, because all the cable management, and I remember because I did so much testing, I would, you know, pull it off, pull it off, pull it on, pull it on. There, it's like just drag and drop with your finger. It's so easy.
Yeah. And the cables are never too short or too long.
No. They're not. I have to admit. But
and that's where it gets weird, because they're not real. Ah, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Virtual. That kind of does my head in.
Yeah, that is cool. Alright, so let me see here. How am I going to do this now? Let's see. We want it's got to reach.
Are they all plugged in?
No, that's what I have to do. I didn't put the power yet. I did the audio cables. I did not. Oh my god, this is
right.
Got a bit of weight to it. Okay. So, yeah, we got to put power cables in. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's just do it. I'm going to spend part of tomorrow, I guess, managing these cables after. And that's, I don't like I got some zip ties and stuff. I don't like a messy pedal board.
So on the clipboard of our comparative test between this and the Headrush, we've got setup time a lot longer.
Yes.
Cable management on the Headrush non-existent, on this one pain in the neck.
Yes.
Yeah, power supplies. Yeah. So we're really, it's all hinging on sound now, isn't it? I mean, essentially.
It is because it's a pain in the ass, I have to admit.
Yeah. So we are, of course, weighting sound heavily, aren't we? We're saying that it doesn't really matter if it takes you 3 years to build and you literally go insane trying to find the right cables and keep them all tidy. As long as it sounds better, that's really going to, yeah. Correct. That's the criteria, guys. Correct. That's what we're aiming for.
Correct. Because convenience is definitely not there.
Yes, convenience. Don't bother me with trivialities. I'm an artist. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Actually, it would be true though if you actually get that magic tone that you've always been looking for. Then
if you
it's
get
going
that
to be
tone,
worth it, isn't it?
Then it is worth it. Yes.
Yeah. What's the likelihood of that, guys? What do you think? Give us a 0 to 10. 0 being no chance whatsoever, 10 being sure thing. And it wouldn't be any funnier though, really, would it, if you turned it on and it just made you sound like your favourite, sound in the universe. You gotta work for these things. You have to play, fiddle. 10. Zach's giving you a 10. He's confident. That's cool.
Yeah?
I like that.
Okay.
Your confidence is reassuring. Thank you, Zach. It's.
I hope so. I hope it sounds okay. Look, one thing I have to admit, part of the reason I'm testing this again, because I've gone back and forth, is that when I had my Prime and then I attached the wah, I do prefer the sound of the actual wah.
Yes.
I prefer the feel of it. I can get the sound that I want because I'm used to the feel of it under my foot.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I got all these other pedals. Let me make a little pedal board with them, But will they actually sound, will it be worth all this effort? Let's see. So.
Trevor Bear's giving you 7 there.
7?
Much more cautious.
Well, I guess we'll see, eh? I guess we shall see. First of all, we're going to see if the Frankenstein's beast is going to waken up here, if this will actually work. Because that's the other thing, too. And then I remember when I used to make pedal boards, that you wanted them to cross, you didn't want them to be parallel, because you didn't want to have, anyways. We'll see. We'll see when we get there.
Pesky space. Pesky 3-dimensional space.
Yeah.
It's just not very efficient. That's the problem.
So can I flip this upside down temporarily and not kill everything? Alright. So let's see. Let's put this one in there. 9 volts.
It does look reassuringly complicated though.
I think that's what people like, though. People like that it looks like NASA. It makes you feel,
Yeah, you need a
fun.
degree in electrical engineering just to.
I mean, I studied
That's
electronics,
always
so I mean, I kind of enjoy this. I'm not going to say I don't enjoy this. I'm not going to, the fact that I study electronics is because I do enjoy electronics. So to me, this is kind of fun. Is it necessary? I don't know, but let's hope that it sounds. If it does have a sound that's a little, that I prefer, I don't know if it'll be. Can't say it'll be better. If I prefer the sound, then great. Okay, so all the power is in. I just got to make sure we don't fry this fucking thing, man. Let's see if it'll come.
Is that a serious possibility?
Well, no, it shouldn't because they're all center negative pedals. These are all center negative. So
right. Okay, I was going to say
we should be okay.
Yeah.
No, it's only if it was a center positive mixed in there, which is why you got to be careful with stuff like this, like
yeah.
These cables here with the red and the green, they invert the signal, so you get like a center positive, and that could be dangerous to your
Right, okay. Well, it's useful to have the cable that does it, though. You can use pedals which are...
Yes, because there's different pedals that need that. So, Houston, we have a problem. There's no problem. There's no problem, man. We're getting there. We're getting there. I think...
Yep. And thank God, if it creates a horrible sound, no one's going to die. It's a good thing about guitars.
There's the power. Okay, now the last thing we need is we need the sound cables to go to the mixer. So we've got to get 2 jacks out. Those ones there are straight jacks. They will not fit here. I have to use those ones. So just give me one. Will that work? Will that work? It will. Or do I have 2 jacks over here? Okay, just give me a second. I will unplug these and use those.
Oh, that definitely made a sound. Sound a bit like a really angry, very, very deep voiced bee.
Sorry about that. I didn't mean to blow your ears, guys.
Okay. No, I said it was like a very deep bee.
Yeah, I heard that, but I didn't mean to. It sounded loud on my end, so I'm like, I hope it wasn't loud for you guys. All right, so in theory, oh yes, that's right. This is why it'll work, because we have this thing that will plug to that and then to there. So let's just test this also.
Mm-hmm. I've just realised we're missing a component.
What?
The guitar.
No, I got it here, man. Don't worry. It's all good.
It'd be a shame to go through all this and not have a guitar.
Okay. Let's just plug it in here just to see if this works. Definitely not convenient. I would have been plugged in a lot. Actually, I have my head rush here. The gig board's plugged in.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's just plug these into this. Okay, so in theory, everything there is plugged in. The power cable is here. All right, let's see if it lights up. If nothing for eyes, it's alive. Look, it's alive. It's alive.
Oh, there were some reassuring lights there.
Nice. This one goes on. Yes. This one. Yes. Yes, it's alive. All right. Let's get this. I hear static. I don't know about you.
Yep.
Am I too loud, or is it okay?
Your microphone is fine.
Okay.
Obviously, yeah.
That sounds loud, eh?
Yeah.
Let me put the volume down there. Oh, that's because it's in that channel. All right. We're going to see if it works. I'm a musician, yeah, like. All right, so. I got some tube compression here. We're on the 30 channel on the IR-2. All right. Now can I find the pick? Where are my picks? Let's use one of Preston's picks. That's what the... So right now I'm on the Tweed amp setting. I'm using Sonic DNA's IR, his greenback IRs, his Gen 4s.
Yeah.
Which it sounds great. So you got your treble, your mid, your bass. You got your volume, your gain. The reverb on this is off. We're on the Volante, so we're using the spring reverb. We got just a little bit of like slapback style delay. Here's with some tube compression. Let's try the boost pedal. So this boost pedal from JHS Pedals, it's the solo boost. It was a limited edition. He had like 800, and he put it up for sale on one of his streams, and they sold out instantly. I'm glad I got one. This has a button here where you can put it. You can keep it as op amp or FET. If you click it down here, this is FET. Like this is op amp right now. If I kick it in, it's FET. So, and that'll react going into the SD1 also. You know? Now obviously I'll make the wiring a lot cleaner tomorrow, but it all works, and I'm glad that this thing from Temple Audio works, because that's gonna that cleans the cable management. Because once it's all zip tied underneath, I just got 2 cables coming out over here and 1 cable going in over here, and that's it, you know. So, and then you're gonna say, well, what about this? This is a tuner here. So like if I hold this down, you know, I got.
Yeah,
it's a tuner. So I got everything in my rig that I need. This has every single effect on the planet, and it's got every single effect except for amps. This is just amps. This is 11 amps and 11 IRs in here. This is my favorite overdrive. I've always used the SD one on every pedal, and this boost pedal, I like it. And this is my favorite one. And that's it. So I'm just basically waiting for my reverb pedal to come in. So we've basically, yes, it's alive. I'll clean it up and we can see it on my next, if I do like a jam or something at some point, put it on the floor and see how it sounds.
So this is the Paddy Pedal Room's Paddy Pedal board.
Yes, it is, because I'm crazy about pedals, man.
So it's the padded pedal board.
It's the padded pedal board.
Like if you were Batman, it would be the Bat board.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, that's cool. No, that is cool.
So we got 5 souls that stayed on board, because we had a lot more before.
Yeah, and
the 5 people
to those 5, I have to say that
thank you.
We really all need counselling for our gas.
We all have. Gear problems. I think we all have gear problems, but that's okay. Volante hasn't. Yeah, it does. Right here, spring reverb. I'm using the spring reverb on the Volante right now. See, if I take the spring reverb here, if I take the spring reverb off, now it's dry. I can put the reverb on here. I have the plate reverb on this right now. So, but you hear it, but it's not like so present, you know, like.
It's actually quite nice. I mean, for recording, it would be a nice.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
I prefer the plate. It's got a room, and it's got a what did it have? A room, a plate, and a hall. But I prefer the plate on this one.
Yeah.
And then if you put the chorus on this, see this pedal, if I push it down, and I can go on to, let's say, modulations, and then we'll go to like chorus. I really love the chorus on this thing, eh? And that's something we're going to try with the old chorus pedal I showed you guys.
Yeah. Oh yeah, very Andy Summers.
It sounds really good, this chorus, man, you know? So yeah, but see, if I take this reverb back off and we'll just put this on. So now the Volante is on. I'm going to take the delay off. See these buttons, you just press them and it takes it off. And so now it's just reverb. There's nothing, no delays on basically. Don't stand too close to me. That's right. Don't stand so close to me. Sounds good to me now. To say if it's gonna sound better than
when you
tweak
the prior.
It,
yeah, come on. You got it. You've got to tweak all the settings on that you've got there. So,
yeah.
But yeah, you can hear the potential in terms of if you turn the overdrive off, you've got it running through the high gain.
No, it's on
tweed. It's
on the tweed right now.
It's a fairly pushy amp, isn't it? The tweed. So
it is.
Quite pushy.
I mean, I can go to clean, for example. If we go to clean, completely clean, it's a little lower.
Ooh, that's a volume drop, isn't it?
Yeah. Also, the thing I noticed, and that's part of the reason I like the Sonic DNA's IR, his IR seems to give a little bit of a boost to the level. Now I don't remember which IR I have in here. I was using it with the acoustic, but I think I put in another IR in here, but because it doesn't sound like the acoustic. It might be the acoustic though. I don't know. So it wouldn't be right, because I had the acoustic in that set in that one, I had the bass set in this one, and this is the one I have that I set the way I liked it, basically. But this is going to be loud, so let's take the gain down. The gas is burning blue.
Yes. I think it got a success because it sounds like an electric guitar. Yeah.
See? Oh, I had the overdrive on, that's why.
Oh yeah, that's actually quite nice, clean, isn't it?
It is. And with a bit of chorus. That's freaking nice, eh?
Princeland.
That's pretty nice. I don't think I'll regret this. I mean, it was more of a pain in the ass, but it sounds great, Vanzini.
Fun, yeah.
It is the fun. I mean, it is fun, and yeah, I think once I got all the cables managed here and everything and put nicely, I'm a little pissed off though because I bought this kit, the 15 kit, and I should have just got the smaller kit with the Fender cables and just got singles of the longer ones. But it's okay. It is what it is. It's always good to have spare cables.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah, which you don't need with the Prime, but or the MX5 or whatever. But yeah,
I've got a drawer, like it's a filing cabinet drawer without any files in it, full of cables that I don't need anymore. But that is not to say you don't, because you obviously need a cable in, you need 2 cables out.
Yeah.
And then it goes into a mixing desk and then goes. So there's loads of cables. It's not like I've got.
There's still cables. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, there's still.
I'm considering. My cousin just got one recently, and I was when I was watching Marshall jam yesterday. He had one of those wireless to the guitar, and I think I'm considering it because over here, especially over here, I got the headphone one, and I got this, and I'm like the wheels of my freaking chair, I run them over all the time, and it pisses me off. I'm gonna destroy all the wires, So
I actually find I just get them wrapped around my feet, and end up standing up and dragging half of the equipment with you. And it's
that's not good, man.
Having said that,
thanks, Zach. Later, bro.
Yeah, take care.
Yeah,
but it's no matter what, you're always going to have something to complain about.
Yeah.
Until they fit you with the chip in your head that just makes the sound come out on the direct without any need for anything, then it won't be any fun anymore.
No, it won't be fun. But that's the whole fun, is that everybody does it a little bit different or whatever. I mean, if everything was the same, it'd just be boring, and that's it. So yeah.
But I think with you got most of your basic sound needs covered with the fact that you've got 11 amps and.
Well, yeah, I mean, I got more than enough. And what I like about this is that it's just simple. If I want a dirty amp or a clean amp, that's basically what I'm going to be using. I'm not going to be using a million. I mean, I know we have a million, and that's where I get some anxiety sometimes with the headrush, because there's too much choice sometimes.
There is, yeah.
And it's like basically here you can actually scroll through presets that you set, and you can even limit it to a certain amount of presets instead of, because you can have up to 128. Okay,
so you can build your sounds. And
so I could, like for example, if I'm going to use
Yeah,
but if I'm going to use chorus, rotary, flanger, whatever, I'll program all the ones that I want in a certain section, and then I'll just I'll preset up and down between them. Here it's just going to be 2 amps, a clean and a dirty. This is this is going to be set like, I'm not going to set it heavy. It's just going to be like a good overdrive that'll boost it. But then if I boost with the booster on top of it, then I'll get my dirt, my real dirt. With the because gain staging is what they say a lot of times, is if you gain stage, you get a nicer dirt than if you just use one gain stage. I mean, you do it in the headrush too, where we put multiple gain stages.
It's odd. It's odd how that works, because you kind of think about it. It's like, why does that work? But it's sometimes putting 2 distortions together makes a big difference.
Even digitally.
Even digitally.
Even digitally.
Well, I've got a split rig, as you know, with an SD1 clone on one side and a tube screamer on the other side, and even though when you put the SD1 on, even though it's only actually coming out of one ear, the wet dry works really well, and you put the two together, and the weird thing is it drops the volume. It does. It's just really odd. And I've looked at the settings, so they all should boost, and individually they do boost, but together they just. It's like there's no compression in there to do that, so it's like.
I've been trying to figure that one out too.
Yeah,
it does
really
all the time
weird.
on all the rigs I've done like
and
that.
the same thing happens with pedals. I mean, they always interact differently, so there's still a wonderland, even though it's digital. It's still you're never really sure.
Do you remember when I had that King Klon pedal?
Yes, yeah.
The freaking wah wouldn't work with it. And I told Tim Lewis there, the guy I had bought off, it didn't work. If I put that pedal, because I couldn't put it before, and when I would use that pedal with any of my wah pedals, I tried it with all the different wah pedals that I had, it would not let the wah pedal work. And I was like, man, it doesn't work for me. And I was really looking forward to that pedal build. It was my, Dave Simpson style pedal board there. I had the video and everything. And it's like I was really, really looking forward to that. And then once I got that pedal, and it wasn't cheap either.
Yeah.
Thank God I got good value when I traded it in. But it's like it didn't work with my wah pedal. So I mean, you got to check the impedances of certain pedals. Sometimes they just don't work together and stuff, and it's just a piss off because the chip that was inside there didn't work with the impedance of the wah.
And you do when you've got multi effects and things like that. You do start to take all of that for granted. Things that you remember tripping you up in the past, you don't even think twice about doing.
Yeah.
And actually replicating some of the rigs that I've done, actually, to be honest with you, probably would be more fraught. It's a toss up really between, because I find with that it's like it's like shrinking everything down to an iPhone size thing, but you're still doing the same kind of stuff that you would, and I kind of like that. But I also really do. I get what you do. It's all of this is interacting differently than any. Probably if you exchange the pedals. I mean, like, is that your special edition S1?
Yes, it is. If I put the regular SD1,
if you put the regular one, it's probably going to change it. I mean, there will be a subtle difference, won't there?
But yes, there is a difference between the two. I noticed that this one seems to be more mellow, a little bit. I find than my regular SD1. But my regular SD1's been through hell. It's been punished, and I don't know if it's functioning the way it should be either. That's the other thing, because it's been punished, that pedal. But but I prefer the sound of this SD1. But yes, if I do put my other SD1, the yellow one, the original, it'll change the sound. Just like if I put my original wah that I had here, or the one that's on the floor, it's not going to sound exactly well. Especially that I changed the potting and everything. But they're not made the same way anymore.
But no two pieces of physical equipment are ever exactly the same. But which is where the fun comes in, because you're trying to work out does it actually sound better, or is it because sometimes I think that when you understand what's happening to your signal chain, it makes you play differently because you feel different about it. There's a little bit more confidence, and then you start to play a little bit more confidently. I know, I'm sure that those things have a factor here, but there's also something about I don't know, there's something unremittingly satisfying about seeing a load of boxes plugged in together that I think only other people who play guitars will ever understand.
True.
What is it about this? It's just a load of boxes that really don't know what they do most of the time, but there's magic in there somewhere.
I like, and I'll tell you one thing. What's nice too is, and I remember when I had my old pedal board that I had before getting I remember I took pictures of it, and I would close the lights, as if when you're on stage, and the light show that you get from the pedals. Like, I mean, if I start putting these,
pretty too.
It's cool, man. Yeah, I do agree though with the Tremor Bear. Yes, Nathan Cordy does have a cool channel, and he does some cool. And he is an incredible player. I mean, I wish but that's in 24. I'm going to focus more on actually improving my playing and practicing more, because it's not playing with all the gear that makes you better. It's actually practicing and playing, and I want to improve my playing, because that's the whole point. All this gear is a tool to play. It's not.
It's Mr. Rock Daniel. It said once when asked how you get to play as well as he did, said 30 years of practice.
That's right.
And that's absolutely the truth. It's like the more you do it, the better you get. But sometimes you need a bit of structure in order to help, because you're just meandering along won't necessarily work too well. But a bit of structure can actually really focus you on it. So
and I want to improve. I mean, I don't think I'm I think since COVID and since we started playing together in the multiple bands, like with Andy and Mooney and everything, it pushed me to improve. And well, since being home more, I got to play a lot more, so it did help me improve.
Yeah.
I do notice that I did improve, but I mean, I want to continue improving, and it's only by practicing. I mean, yeah, I've been playing for like 30 years, but I mean, I didn't put in as many hours as I could have. Like I mean, there was a period of time where I stopped. When my daughter was born, I stopped playing for like 4 years and stuff and whatever. And
it's like everything; it's muscle. You're using muscles, so they will. You've got to get them back into condition. And it's just, I always think it's like, it doesn't matter if you only do 15 minutes, even if it's only 10 minutes a day, as long as you structure that 10 minutes to accomplish something, or to work towards accomplishing something, that it actually always helps. And a few of us don't have 10 minutes in our lives, very few. And
it's
if
hard,
you don't, God bless you, it's like... But you
got to make it though. You got to make the time for it, because if you don't, you'll never find the time for it. And that's what I'm noticing. Like, look, I told you I came down here. I was gonna go live way earlier and stuff, and just like whatever, build it earlier. But every time I came down to do that, my kids came down and whatever. I had to basically wait for them to go to bed. This is why I always stream. Like when we used to stream on a Saturday night. Normally around 10 o'clock, because it's when I put my kids to sleep, and they're not going to come downstairs and bother me. I mean, you've seen it so many times that they come down, hey, and well, they know you guys, obviously you and Mooney and everything, because they've seen you guys so many times. But you see how they drag me upstairs half the time. It's like, okay, guys, I got to go, but
And we sit there slack-jawed waiting for you to come back.
Yeah, I'll be back, guys. I'll just, Actually, I've left you guys, the two of you, and then I came back.
It's a chat room, right? Yeah, it's what it's for.
Exactly. But no. Anyways, I know that you're tired, and I know a lot of people in here are probably tired too. And I know, especially for you, it's very late. I appreciate that you got out of your pajamas and got all dressed up.
I did, yeah. I put on. This is my daughter bought me this.
Very nice, actually. You look very sharp, man.
Yeah, I thought I'd dress appropriately. But,
no, you look
anyway,
good.
I want to say Happy New Year to you four guys in the chat.
Yes, Happy New
Year.
Year.
Vanzini, Trevor Bear, Carlos, Zach. And who is number 4? Let me see. Number 4 is being quiet.
That's okay.
That's okay. Could be Zach. Did I say Zach? I probably did.
Lots of health and happiness to all you guys. And lots of rock and roll, lots of music. And let's hope that 24 is a better year for everybody, basically.
Yes. So, not as weird as the last one.
No, 23's been a special year. Let's put it that way. So we'll say bye to you guys. I'll just hold on 1 second, Ian, there, and I'll say goodbye to you too. But bye, everybody. We're gonna end this now. And if anybody's watching this in a replay, Happy New Year. Lots of health and happiness. Good night, everybody.